And welcome back to another episode of the NJ Show. Saturday stream today. But before we go into that, are we live? I have to always ask this question. Yeah, we are live. We are live. Fantastic, fantastic. How's everybody doing? Happy weekend. I don't usually come live on the weekends, but I thought today, not much going on. It's freezing in the UK. Just a bit boring, really. Market's doing its thing. So I thought, yeah, let me go live. Get your comments in so I can do a shout out. It's still the same format as the usual streams. Make sure you're liking. And if you're not subscribed, please do consider subscribing to the content. Bottom right hand corner. Help us get to 5K subscribers. So how is it going today, everyone? How are you all doing? Going to talk about Bitcoin today. Going to talk about altcoins today. We are going to have time to talk about your favorite altcoin requests. So please do feel free to bring some altcoin requests in too. I've got one or two that I'm looking at too. Going to look at Bitcoin first. What we'll do is we'll wait for a couple people to get into the chat and then we'll get going. I can see some comments are already coming through. Please keep them coming in. Keep them coming in, How is everybody doing? I'm going to get my screen going in just a moment real quick. There we go. Get my screen going, and we'll remove everything from here. And we might as well kick off. We could see some more people coming in now. Get the comments in, and I'll do a shout out. Maybe I'll kick the stream off, then I'll do a shout out in a bit. But get your comments coming in, and I'll do a shout out. I can see some coming in right now. How's everybody doing? I want to know. I'm eager to know. We don't really usually do Saturday streams, so I'm keen to know how everybody is doing. We've got Brown Hulk in the chat. We've got D Ibrahim in the chat. We've got B2B South Africa in the chat. I'm assuming you're from South Africa, mate. GG. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you joining in. Elizabeth, my number one. Good to see you. We've got KAR Crypto. Good to see you, KAR Crypto. Even on a Saturday stream, you managed to make it. GG. I really respect that. Yeah. We got Laz. Laz is saying, hey, good time for me live. Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, we will talk about TVK today. I'm going to break that down for you guys as to why I took it. All right. We've got Marta in the chat. Good to see you, Marta. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate you. Aromatic, always here for streams as well. Appreciate you. David, we've got Intaz. We've got AC saying salam as usual. Every stream, AC comes in and says salam. And we've got Wilson. Yeah, good to see you. From Angola. Nice. Very, very nice. I don't speak any Portuguese, but very, very nice. Very nice. Bom dia, I guess. I think that means good morning, though. Not it's afternoon. It's evening in the UK now. It's gone dark in the UK. I got my lights on. Anyway, I digress. So look, let's talk a little bit about Bitcoin. All right. So the last stream that we did was pre-FOMC, and that's where we spoke about Bitcoin. A lot has happened since then. Yeah. So let's bring our lines back in. And let's see what we're looking at for Bitcoin. So look, for Bitcoin, I'm going to go over it again one more time, just so that everybody is on the same page. All right. We will talk about altcoins, and we are going to go deeper into Bitcoin. But first, I want you guys to look at this. These two orange lines that I've got here is a range that I've been talking about for a week and a bit now. And I've been saying that we need to start preparing for this range. Now, why is this range important? This is where I think Bitcoin is going to finally bottom out, somewhere inside of this range. It's a big range. I know it's a very big range, but this is where I think it's going to happen. It could happen here at the mid-range. It could happen at range low. And we already know that the range high for this specific range is an important range. Why? Why is it an important range high? Simply because we're bouncing off it quite aggressively, and we've done it twice now. The first time we did it was here, okay, in June. And now the second time we're doing it again, right in the same area, all right? And this time, this bounce is looking bigger than the rest. So what we'll do is we're going to break this little area down in just a moment. But before we do that, one thing I will say is, in my opinion, this is not a bull market. This is a mini sort of bear market rally. Have we seen it before? Yes, we have. We've seen it before here in this area here in 2019. We've seen it before multiple times in 2018, albeit we've not had the same amount of bear market rallies in 2022, but we've seen it before. So what are we looking at here for Bitcoin if we break it down? And you know, Elizabeth, that's a very good point. I'll tell you what, I'll do it on a weekday show when we've got like triple or quadruple the people here. We'll do it on a weekday show. We'll make KAR Crypto a mod so that everybody can congratulate. All right. Because he does put a lot of work in. He works hard. I agree. So that's the weekly for Bitcoin. What can we see on the weekly? We're starting to turn now. Okay, we've tapped this range high already. We're above support right now. What support is this? This is the 2017 all-time high. Not only have we are we trading above it, but we've deviated it too. So two sets of confluence now. We've got a range below it, tapped off the range high for support, and we've got the 2017 high, which we're trading above, and we've deviated as well. So if we break that down, go into the daily now, what are we seeing here for Bitcoin? We're starting to see things in a little bit more clear, in a bit more of a clear manner. Okay, so when it comes to Bitcoin here, we get a sense of direction. We know that this was the first TP that we had here. We mentioned that a couple of I think it was last week Tuesday, I think it was, we mentioned that 21,500 would be a key area to take profits. The next area we've got here is 22,400, and above that is the big resistance, the resistance that we made in the June bear market rally. This is where the market topped out. It falls in line for the mid-range between this swing point and this one. Let me mark it out for you guys right now so you can see. So it's this swing point here to this swing point here. And as you can see, where I've marked the purple box, all right, I can bring it just a little bit higher, like this. And that is where we're going to be looking at the big resistance for Bitcoin, all right? If we can clear this, we're going to be going a lot higher into 28,200. But clearing this is going to be a big problem. And I think that it's too early to be looking at that. So what we need to do is we need to go even lower, all right? We're going to need to go even lower. So what we'll do is we'll go from here into the 4 hour. What are we seeing here in the 4 hour for Bitcoin? Now we're starting to see a plan form. Okay, we can see a plan form. So here I've got a little bit of support here, which I marked out. This was important to me at the time. It's less important to me now. It was this high. This was the initial high that was made once we created the breakout. Now, the reason that was important to me at the reason that was important to me at the time was because, you know, we'd been underneath this support level for a long time. You know, we kept going back below, above, straight back below, and then we held below. So there was a lot of reasons as to why we were potentially going to go lower. All right. But we didn't. We broke above. We held above, and I was looking for confirmation. And I think I even mentioned it on the stream. I said, look, if you want confirmation for a ride into 21,500, this is the area where you'd be looking for that confirmation. So what we did was, it was a little bit tricky. I'm not going to lie. It was. Okay. If we take this box here, this price action here, extremely tricky. Was it going to be a deviation? Were we going to push up? It was very difficult to see. However, if you followed the plan, then break above as we wanted. We got the break above here, just like we wanted. And really and truly, this area here was the bullish price action, okay? Once we deviated, tapped back into support, got back above this little confirmation level that I was looking at here, right here was where you could have gone long. So what next? What next? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep that level there because I like this level, all right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the same sort of concept. So this is the mean, okay? This is the mean right here. Now, there are two very clear plans that I can see for Bitcoin going forward. The first plan is this, all right? And I'm not going to go lower than the H4. Maybe we can go into the H1, but I'm not going to go much lower than this. The first plan that I can see here is, if I'm honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin did this. Right into 22.4. I wouldn't be surprised. It looks perfect. It looks primed. It looks ready. If you think about it, guys, for those who trade price action consistently, right? Look at the range highs and range lows, okay? Really and truly, you could mark this out here as a range low, and you can mark this level that I've got here as a range high. Notice how we ping pong in between that. We do it a lot. We've done it here. We've done it here. And now it looks like we're kind of pushing back towards this as a range high, that 22,400 level. So that's one of the reasons why I think that we could have a continuation plan and push towards 22,400. All right. The next plan that I've got, very self-explanatory, is here. This was this high here. Bear with me, yeah? This high right here. That's it. So the next plan I've got for Bitcoin here now is a reversion to the mean plan, okay? What I'd be looking for is for price to maybe, let me just remove this bullish plan here, is for price to do something like this. Price gets above, sweeps this area here, gets back below, shows resistance, comes back below, taps into that reversion to the mean play, do something like this, gets back above, and then we can start targeting 22,400. All right. That would look very healthy to me. It would show like clean price action. It would show the market rounding out, and it would give us a good little pullback on these altcoins. A lot of these altcoins have started rallying and they've kind of left us, you know? They've left us. They haven't done anything apart from leave us. So in order to get a bullish sort of pullback plan, this is what I'd look for. Now, because we're in a bear market rally, I've got to be really honest with you. I'm not really 100% sure we're going to get a pullback like this. I think this looks too good, if I'm honest with you. This looks clean. It looks easy. I'm not going to put high probability to this trade because if I was a PA, well, I am, but if I was thinking in the mindset of other PA traders, I'm thinking this is what they'd be looking for. Do you see what I'm saying? So because of that, it makes it a little bit complicated. It makes it a little bit complicated. And that's why I really think we're probably going to get the like that. I think it will be crazy like that, and I don't think everybody's going to get on board. So it's difficult right now. I know there's a frustration at the moment. Everybody wants to go long, but it's very, very difficult. So this level here, by the way, it comes in at around 2,800, just like KAR is saying here. Where's KAR? I saw you with your comment there somewhere. I saw you mentioned, yep, there we go. 20,800. That's kind of where I'd be looking. If we got a pullback that deep, that's where I'd be looking to potentially load up. And the reason being, obviously, because this is the key level. Okay. 20,800. This is where I'd be looking for a push, just like this. And you've even got two TPs. You've got TP1 there, and you've got TP2 there. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Break above this. This is going to be a separate plan. I'll have to. It's going to be a separate plan. A break above that in order to push up. That would be a completely separate plan. So that's what I'm thinking for Bitcoin. Moving along, there was an altcoin that I was looking at where I thought to myself, do you know what? I think this could move. And I will take some altcoin requests now as well. So feel free to start spamming your altcoins. I know that people want to look at INJ. I know that people want to look at Algo. We'll look at both of those as well. But the first coin that I want to talk to you guys today about is TVK. And let me explain to you guys why I'm looking at TVK for a potential move in the markets. All right. And KAR said perfect here. He goes, I don't think we're going to get a deep pullback after 2 months of price consolidation. I completely agree. And that's why I'm not putting high probability to the lower plan. I'm giving it medium probability. Higher probability would be the breakout play. All right. We've been in a bear market for pretty much a year now. All right. So given that, it's fair that we're getting some kind of relief, a year's worth of price action to the downside. It's not surprising that we're starting to push up, you know? And because price has gone so low, obviously you can see price has gone so low that any sort of bounce is going to be a 3 to 4x move, you know? So I think this is the wrong chart of TVK. Let me go to the Qcoin chart. I think that has a bit more data. In fact, Ascendex would have the most data. Let's have a look at Ascendex. All right. So what am I looking at for TVK? Let me remove all of this. Yeah, what am I looking at for TVK? So this is the monthly chart of TVK, all right? And the first thing that I'm looking for is, where is price trapped? Where are the areas that price is trapped within? Where would I be looking to potentially trade price? Okay, so from here, I can immediately see, I can see some resistance here, and I can see this candle here. Now, this candle here, this body here, including these wicks, they seem to have trapped price for a good period of time now. All right. So what am I looking at in terms of this? Well, the first thing I'm looking at is I'm going to mark out May's range. Okay. So I'm going to do this. Maybe not so much. Maybe like this, right? Like that. And then I'm going to do this. So this is May's range. We can see price is comfortably trapped between May's range. All right. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the weekly, and I'm going to see, what does that look like? Does this May's high confluence anything else? I think it's fair to say it definitely does. All right. It definitely does. Now, the next thing I'm going to look at is, all right, if I'm on the weekly and I've marked out two levels of support and resistance, two areas that I think price will trade. We've either got this bottom part here, so it's easy invalidation, and we've got this top part here, which is going to be quite difficult to get to. Fair. Now, one thing I'm noticing is the small bodied candles that we're seeing. All right. And bear in mind that this is on the weekly time frame. This is not on the lower time frame. Even on the lower time frame, these small bodied candles, they will lead to expansion. All right. Do I have any examples on this chart? No, I don't. But what I can show you is this. You see, we got three small bodied weekly candles here, and then we get the sell off. And the sell off is how much? How much is this sell off from here? We got a 50% sell off as soon as we expanded. Okay. Now, this wasn't a very big expansion. This was a very small expansion, right? But typically, you get bigger, larger expansions. Now, if you think about it logically, the rest of the market is showing signs of relief. We've got so many altcoins that are going bonkers, and majority of these altcoins that are going crazy, they all happen to be listed on Binance. So that's one clue. Is TVK listed on Binance? Yes, it is. Has TVK expanded yet? Maybe. No, it's not. I don't think so. I think we're getting expansion now. So that's two. The third thing is, now if you look at it, we're starting to turn, don't you think? We're starting to we've come down here, we've created the range low, we've created this range low here, this is a lower high, and now we're starting to turn, kind of like a double bottom formation. All right. TVK is yes, it is. It was listed on Ascendex originally, and now it's obviously on Binance and most other platforms. So you can chart this on Binance, but obviously the price history. If you want big price history, you're gonna have to go to Ascendex, all right, or Bitmax, I think is what it used to be called. Right? So we're starting to turn now. So what I can do from here is I can comfortably find a range. I can say, all right, we've our range high and range low makes complete sense. Why don't we map out a range just to see if this makes sense? There we go, like that. Does that look clean to you? It looks perfectly clean to me. All right. So what I'm seeing here now, we can see the mid-range held complete confluence. You can see that the 25% holds complete confluence, even between the 50% and the range low. Both of these levels, the mid-range here is even a target, and we are at resistance right now. Okay. But we continue. If we look at it on the monthly, we're starting to turn here on the monthly as well. After three red candles, we are starting to look like we are forming a sort of bottom, a circular bottom, no? To me, it looks like that. I wouldn't want to be shorting this unless we broke below the monthly open. I really don't think I'd be wanting to short this, you know? Okay, cool. So go to the daily now. What are we seeing on the daily? Do our range levels look clean and do they match up on the daily? Yes, they do. They certainly do. And on top of that, we now have levels to work towards in the sense of level to level price action. Now, the ultimate target that I've got here for TVK would obviously be these lows here at 10 cents. All right. But we can't just say that we're going to buy something and we're going to hold it all the way till 10 cents, especially when we've got the mid range right here at around 6 cents. But from here to 6 cents, what are we looking at in terms of a expansion perspective? We're looking at 50%. Okay. Why is that confluence? Why does that count as confluence? Because when we previously had these weekly bodily candles, when we previously had these candles right here, how much did price dump by? Price dumped by around 45 to 50%. Do you see what I mean? So all I'm doing here is I'm basically looking for the expansion. We're expanding now, and I'd be looking for around 50%. Easy peasy. All right. How would I get on board this if I wasn't on board already? I am on board. I would do something like this. We know that this level here has been resistance. Okay. We know for sure. As soon as it deviated it found chop here, it found resistance all over here, it found support here, it found resistance again here. Every time we've come to this level, there's been some serious volatility every time we get to this level. We never close and hold. We never do our thing here. We never trend in this level here. It's always aggressive. So what I'd be thinking is something like that. Easy peasy. Now, obviously, it will be difficult because where would your invalidation be? So the only thing I would say now is if you wanted to take the trade now, your stop would have to be pretty far away. Your stop would have to be there. In order to get on board for later on, if it does break resistance, what I do is I do something like this. Let price do whatever it wants to do. I don't know how deep the deviation could be. All right. I do know that we're at resistance, so we are going to expect some sort of rejection. Don't be surprised if tomorrow you wake up and it dumped a little bit. All right. So let price do whatever it wants to do in this area here in order for you to get your invalidation. And boom, once we get above this 4.3 cents level, we can start playing it towards 6 cents, which is a pretty decent move. I think so anyway. Okay. And if we zoom out a little bit, you can see exactly what I'm looking for and how I'm looking to play it. All right. But just remove the off. Just remove that level there like that. Okay. Super easy. Easy to figure out, easy to do. All right. And it's the same thing above the mid range. Once we get above the mid range, if we do get above this 6 cent level, I'm expecting aggressive moves into this 7.5 level. All right. Something like this, the mid range of this here. Okay. Without even plotting it, I'm pretty sure that this falls in the mid range between the mid range and the 75%. Okay. There's your target. Like that. Okay. And I think it's pretty clean. I think it's very, very clean. All right. And like KAR is saying here as well, simple price structure. Are you looking for leverage or spot? No, this is definitely spot. Okay. Because this doesn't have enough volume. Okay. See, the thing is, right, a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that to me, say, NJ, you're looking at a coin, it's got no volume. But if you're right on the idea, then the volume comes in later. The volume is what takes it to those price levels. You can't be looking at a coin that has crazy volume right now. Like, say for instance, if you see this move that we had here, this big move that we had here in July, right? This move here, a lot of breakout traders would be looking at this move here and thinking, yeah, we're going to trade above. In reality, the pullback comes to the mid range and then we only get back to this area here. So even if we did something like this, another scenario would be something like this. Say, for instance, this doesn't unfold in the way it does. All you'd have to do is wait like this. I'll show you. You see, even between from the 25% to the 0, that's a range as well. I shit you not. It's a range as well. And look how the mid range has perfectly lined up. Okay. So it would be the same thing here. You can even play like this. Okay. So what you could do is you could wait for it to break down, come back to mid-range, swipe all of these lows. All right. As soon as it gets back above the mid-range, you can play it all the way until 4.3 cents. Gets back above, and obviously that's our targets here. All right. If it gets back above, any deviation it does there, that's your confirmation, and boom. Now, obviously, this is spot trading, so it's a little bit different. It's not quite the same as leverage trading. You have a lot more room to breathe, etc., etc., etc. So, for me personally, I'm in. I've taken a bag. I can afford to take some loss on this if I need to. I've made a lot of profit this week. All right. And really and truly, I wouldn't want it to break and hold below this level here, which comes in at 3.5 cents. If we break below, so if I bring back that range, hold on. If I bring this back, if we break below this blue level here, this mid range right here, then we're probably going to go back to 2.5 cents. All right. And it would have to be very TVK oriented. It would have to be very, very bearish towards TVK. Something would have happened because if the rest of the market is going, then there's no reason that this should dump by 50%. This is a huge dump for it to go from here, where it is right now, to range low is around 40%. Okay. Now, given that we've been sort of consolidating on the weekly, we've been compressing. I really think that we've got room to go higher. Okay. If I bring your attention back to the weekly here, look at these small bodied candles. Look how small these have been. And now we're starting to get the push. Now we're starting to rally. We've made a higher low from the initial low that was made here for the range that we've been trapped within. Okay. So for me, there's just too many signs as to why this thing wants to go up. Whether it will happen, I don't know. If we move on now, we'll move on and we'll look at Algo, because I know a lot of you guys want to look at Algo. What's Algo doing? Has it followed what we've been talking about in the previous streams? I think pre FOMC we looked at Algo. Well, Algo, you know what? When you find the range, that you're looking to play, things really change. You can afford to then, chill out, play FIFA, do X, Y, and Z, because you've got your range. You know exactly what the market wants to give you if the market conditions allow it to. All right. So this range, we could have identified this range here back in June, right? But we weren't going to get the breakout until now. Price was batting back and forth between these two range levels until now it's finally decided to break out. Okay. So the beautiful thing about, oh, fuck me, man. The beautiful thing about Algo is we know exactly what to look for now in terms of getting to 51 cents. How are we going to look to get to 51 cents? And what's our invalidation going to be? So we're on the weekly, and that's what the weekly looks like. We are starting to expand. And one more thing I'm going to add is look how small these bodily candles are. Look how small they are. And we didn't take out the range low. It looks exactly like TVK does, except TVK looks a bit better because it hasn't moved yet the way Algo has. All right. And I know there's going to be a lot of other altcoins that have also not moved. All right. But we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. So if I move over to the daily on Algo now, we're starting to see that it looks like it's already played out in terms of the trade. Now, if you weren't on board Algo, what would you want to do? Okay. If you are on board Algo now, no problem. We've got some very clear resistance right here. Hold on. Bear with. Okay, so what did we do on Algo? We tapped the hey Lily, good to see you, Lily. Good to see you. I haven't done Phantom yet. Just drop it in the chat, put FTM USD, and I'll do it. All right, no problem. Good to see you, by the way. Thanks for joining. Make sure you guys are all liking the video and subscribing, by the way. I do appreciate the likes. We've got just under 50 people watching, 24 likes. If we can get that to 50, that would be great. All right. Ideally 100, but I don't do Saturday streams, so I understand why there's not really many people here for Saturday. It does make sense to me. But for those who are here, I do appreciate all of you. I promise you I do. I'm sorry for the short notice, but we're here, we're chilling. It's a very chilled, relaxed stream anyway, all right? It's not going to really impact what we do during the week. So with Algo, again, very, very, very clean. We've tapped the mid-range now, between the mid-range and the range low. What could you do to get on board for Algo if you weren't playing it? Now, I was talking to Crypto Mac yesterday and Crypto AM, and we were batting back and forth because Crypto Mac took his long, and I was flipping it. I wasn't really going long. I was flipping in between. All right, just small scalps, very quick in and out, just to make a few pips. All right. Now I noticed a few things about Algo. I said, well, I'm noticing a 3 drives here. Okay. I'm noticing a 3 drives there. That's number one. So that's not very good. That's bearish. Can I find an example of 3 drives for you? 3 drives. Let me see if I can find one for you just to show you. Here we go. Let me see if I can bring this up for you. Just bear with me, guys. Bear with me. So look, can you guys see this? Okay. This is what I'm noticing for Algo. I'm noticing a little 3 drives pattern here. And at the same time, I'm noticing a lot of people want to get on board, but they can't get on board. So where would you be looking to get on board? Easy peasy. The answer is around 39.50. Okay. So if I remove this range now, what I'd be looking for in terms of Algo would be something like this. Maybe we go a little bit higher. Okay. Maybe we do something like this, do this. We don't quite tap the 51 cents, but we come back. Something like that. Does that not look like it would be healthy? And does that not match the 3 drives pattern that I'm seeing here? Okay. So look at the orange line here for the orange line here. The bottom of this orange line would be the deviation. Okay. As soon as we get back above, all good, all Gucci. Okay, so look, I really do think we are in for a pullback. All right, I know pullbacks don't really come, but we are in for a pullback, in my opinion. And if it doesn't want to pull back, then that's fine. Honestly, if I was you, I would not really be looking at algo right now, just because if you're in, you're in, and if you're not in, move on to the next trade. I promise you, it's not a big deal. All right, move on to the next trade. I really think if I was looking to be a buyer for algo, I'd be looking at this area right here between sort of 40.5 cents and 39.5 cents. Okay, that's the area I'd be looking for. And this is how I would look to continue algo. Okay, that's how I'd look. And 76 cents would be my final target. Okay, there you go. Everybody clear? Is everybody good with algo? I'm going to move on to INJ now. I do believe we've got our INJ range as well. So I hope it's there. No, it's not. Well, sort of, sort of. All right, not a problem. So with INJ, let's see what young NJ did with INJ. Okay. So with INJ, we identified a range. We identified a range. We said this was where price was trapped within. Okay. There's your deviation right there. We go to the weekly now. What are we seeing? The same range, looking solid. We can see the deviations. We can see we can see the choppiness that we're getting at the range low. Now we've started to expand. Where are we in terms of INJ? We are at resistance. We are at resistance. We're at resistance for most of these altcoins, you know? And it's kind of the same thing. I'm seeing pretty much exactly the same thing here. Look at this. Okay, it's not exactly right, but we're seeing that three drives again. 1, 2, 3. This one here would be a deviation, but we dump below range low anyway. So we're seeing the same thing here. So again, look, there are two plans to focus on for INJ. Is it too late to enter INJ? No. I'm talking about it right now. So look, this is how I would do it. Number one, we're at a mid range that's on the higher time frame. Okay, it's the weekly time frame. So if we're going to get a rejection from the mid range, even if we're going to go up, it's going to be a rejection that on the hourly time frame on the H4, it's going to look very deep. It's going to look aggressive because it's just on the weekly. Now on the weekly, look, it's not the end of the world. There are two places we could look to enter for INJ. Number one, what I'll do is I'll mark out the mid range between the mid range and the range low. That's the first thing to do. All right. Hold on. There. Okay. Now, number two is what I'll do. What I'll do is I'll come down here and I'll see another range. But this time, the mid range is my range high. And I hope that's not confusing everybody, but just try and keep up. I know it won't be confusing UKAR, and I know it won't be confusing you, Elizabeth. So the mid-range now is now my range high, and anything above that is the breakout play towards the other range high. Okay? And what I'll do is this. We've got a clean mid-range here, which we can see. What I'll do is to narrow my entry down, I'm going to do this. Like that. Okay? Now we've got another range to work with within the range of the range that we're working within. Make sense? I hope it does. Moving on to the daily. Now we're starting to see algo starting to push. Sorry, INJ starting to push. So where would my pullbacks be if I was looking for a pullback? How would I get on board? Well, number one, we know that 285 is a very, very strong level, an area of resistance that will probably cause a lot of panic. Okay, that's number one. Number two is if we're talking about bullish and if we're talking about we want INJ to continue going higher, then we need to look for confirmation above the mid range. But if we're going to look for confirmation above the mid range, where are we going to put our stop losses? Okay, and that's why I've drawn a new range within the range of the range. Okay, and how I've done it is this. What I'd be looking for, two scenarios that I'd be looking for. All right, number one is if we are going to hold this level, I need to find a stop loss. I can't simply just put my stop loss here below 270. I can't do that. It's not really enough. So what I'd be looking for is if price wants to start going sideways from here, maybe comes down into this mid-range here, starts climbing. If you're ballsy, if you've got the balls, you can buy here. I personally wouldn't buy there unless I could manage the risk. You could buy there with your stop loss right here. It becomes a completely separate trade. Do you see what I mean? Right? And then the first target would be the mid range. It's about 1-to-1. Once we break above the mid range, now you can move your stop loss from here to there. We break above the mid range and we can start targeting much higher prices. And you see, sometimes people post these plans and you're like, how do you get these squiggly lines, bro? What are you doing? Like, why do you think price is going to do that? But because you mark out ranges within ranges within ranges. Price is always in a range. Trader Denk will tell you that. Price is always trapped within a massive range. And within that range, you have a smaller range. And then within that range, you have a smaller range. And within that range, you have a smaller range until you break it down so much that from the biggest range, you've got a direction of price. And from the smallest range, you've got your context of how to get in. Do you see what I mean? And now once I've removed that, look what we've got. Look, what I'm saying here, if you zoom out, is if you want to take the trade right here, you've got to put your stop loss there. But that doesn't make sense. So what we need to do is we need price to come back as low as possible so that this stop loss here does make sense. And if maybe you're sleeping or something like that, maybe you've forgotten about it, I don't know, something has gone wrong, you're not there. Then when price gets above the mid-range, that's the low in. Think about it from a context perspective. If this mid-range is the higher time frame resistance, then you don't want to be a buyer there. You want to be a seller there. But at the same time, you're holding this INJ long. You've been holding from range low and you're following everybody else. You're not really conditioned to be trading this kind of environment. You're like, I just want to make some money. I bought some INJ. Bro, is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Can you just tell me? Like, I understand that. I get it. Spoon feeding, but I get it. If you wake up and price is above the mid-range, then hold on a second. If this is higher time frame resistance and this is a seller's territory, then why are we going back? Why have we gone below and now we're pushing back? Is it a bearish retest? Well, if it's a bearish retest, then from here, I'd be expecting price to do something like this, right? I'd be expecting price to do something like that. Then all of this becomes distribution and then we can start pushing lower, okay? But it's not going to happen in a day. It's not going to happen in a minute. So what that means is if price is going to, if price is going to break below and start pushing back up into the mid-range and it holds, once it holds, then your invalidation goes from here to here and you can start riding this thing up until roughly around this is $4, but I think resistance is here. There's this level right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Right here. And this falls in at exactly 377. Call it 375. Okay, boom, just like that. Happy with INJ? Can we move on? Let me know in the chat if you guys are happy and I'll move on. Let me look at some of these comments. We've got Matic, Solana. I'm just going to do a few more and then we'll move on to the news. So we'll do altcoins for another 20, 25 minutes. All right. And then we'll move on. I can see here Solana. I saw Solana partnered with Google. Probably next week I'll talk about it. Probably next week because, look, we are in a bear market rally. Everything is going up. I'm talking about INJ right now. I was talking about TVK a moment ago. Solana's a layer 1. Solana's going up along with the NFT projects. Solana's going up along with the Oracle projects, which means that the market itself is going up. We're getting relief in the overall market. So a lot of these altcoin setups are going to look exactly the same. Therefore, if we're looking at Solana, is Solana going up because they partnered with Google, or is it just an accessory to why Solana's going up? Solana's going up because we are in a risk-on environment whereby we're getting relief in the market. Okay, but albeit we can't forget, the bearish news that we recently had. We recently had another rate hike. I've got a lot of friends from abroad who are saying, NJ, if you're in the UK right now, get the hell out. Don't be in the UK. It's not a good place to be in right now. You're not going to be able to afford anything. So why are altcoins and risk markets going up? If we can't afford anything, we can't afford credit. Mortgage rates are going up. People can't afford to keep their homes. Electricity bills. I'm wearing a body warmer. Why is my heater not on? You know what I'm saying? Why are altcoins going up? Because the rest of the market is. And, KAR, you asked for ETH, and I think ETH is what I'm going to move on to. All right, ETH. Now, when it comes to Ethereum, right, I'm going to remove all of this because I'm not going to look into it. I'm not going to look at Ethereum in the lower time frame. What I'm going to show you guys on ETH is this. All right, if we go back to the weekly, what I want you guys to look at is this. You've got to remember that if we're going to be talking about a bear market rally, it means that we're looking for a setup to short. We're looking for a setup that's going to give us a massive short. That's the big play. The bear market rally is you getting involved, and the idea is you take profits quick. You see daily resistance, bam, bam, I'm out. Mid-range, bam, I'm out. This resistance, that I'm out. I don't care. But when it comes to shorting the market, you can be more aggressive. You can say, yeah, I'm looking for a short here because of X, Y, and Z. I'm going to hold this. Yeah, I can see some support there, but I think I'm going to hold it. I'm going to see if it breaks below. I'm going to see if it does this. Maybe I'll look for a compounding opportunity, etc., 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 because that's the trend. All right. When you look at a chart like this on ETH, what is the trend? The trend is down. Okay. Look, I'll show you. There. Why have I marked out these lines? What is important to me about this? Why have I marked it out? Doesn't make any sense even. Yeah, I'll break it down for you now. So with Ethereum, this is what I'm looking for on Ethereum. Okay, this is exactly what I'm looking for on Ethereum. I'm also going to mark out this low here. Bear in mind, this is the weekly time frame. Yeah, there we go. All right, then we're going to go into the daily. And this is what I want you guys to see. If we're going to be talking about a build up for a massive short, then we need a key area to do it. Now, when was the last time we had a massive short? The last time we had a massive short was this area here. Okay. And the time before that, it was this area here. And the time before that was this area here. And the time before that was this area here. So, really and truly, if we zoom out of this entire bear market, we've only really had 4 chances to short massively and win good on this higher time frame. Of course, there are many traders out there who have taken maybe 2,000 shorts in between all of this. But in terms of what I can see here on the daily, when we zoom out, we take a chill pill, there have been 4 occasions where we've had that massive short opportunity. Of course, you can argue this area here is one. Okay. But did we hit the target? Did we break below these lows? No, we didn't. We found support here, and now we're starting to curl up. So what am I looking for? In terms of Ethereum, the bigger picture for me is still bearish. Traditional markets scream bearish. Everything that's going on in your day-to-day lives, to me, screaming bearish. All right. So if I was to look for a short on ETH, where would I look for? Okay. Now, earlier on, about 2 minutes ago, I marked out this level above here. Okay, this level here comes in at around, and it's not exact, but around 3,400, 3,370, 3,400. Mark it out yourself. You'll see for yourself. Okay, now when price broke below into this big range that we've got here, notice how we did form a range. We've got a clean mid-range right here. Okay, we've got a very clean mid-range right here. Price gets back out. Price goes in, we find resistance. We find resistance here, deviation, find resistance there, breakdown. What did we do here that was so special that I'm looking for the same thing again? All right. What we did here was price broke below. Once price broke below, I promise you, everybody would have shorted this. With an initial stop here. And once price started showing rejection, they would have removed their stops and put it here. And that would have been their short. Okay. Now, they would have been targeting the lows, and price would have come close, but it would have not, it didn't go to the low, as you can see. All right. What price did was price came out, came back above, and took out these stops. It reversed everything and it took out these stops. Now, I'm seeing the same thing right here. I'm seeing the same thing here. I think that price would have come. People would have expected Ethereum to go to 700. Remember, think back to those days. Think back when we were dumping. Everybody was talking about Ethereum going to 750. Some of your favorite influencers were talking about Ethereum at 750. Now, price didn't get to 750. It got to 860. And from 860, it started rallying. It rallied from 860 all the way to 1630. That doesn't make sense. That's a 2x. If you're telling me you're going to be buying Ethereum at 750 and then Ethereum 2x is upwards over the next couple of weeks, you're a dickhead, bro. You just told me it was going 750. You made me miss the whole rally, you idiot. You know what I'm saying? Now, price is doing the same thing here that I did above here. Okay? Where we didn't actually, oh, sorry, not that one. Here. Okay. Now we didn't quite tap these lows. Instead, what we're doing is we're pushing back up. So if I was Ethereum, this is what I'd be looking for. I'd be looking for a push up, take out these highs here on the left, break down. Once we get below this, trust me, Trader XO will be all over this. Like that. That is what I'm looking for Ethereum. Okay. Boom. Are we clear? Does that make sense to everybody as to why I'm looking at it like this, why it makes sense to me this way, and why I'll be looking to potentially trade it this way? If I see Ethereum, if I wake up tomorrow and I see Ethereum at 21, 2200, I'll probably exit the market completely and just wait. Just be patient. Okay? Yes, it's true. I'll be losing a lot, man. From here to here, that's a 12% short. But if it gets below this level here at roughly around 1700, 1650, 1700, well, that could be the deviation done. And if the deviation is done, probably bear market rally done. All right. And by the time because people will be seeing this kind of price action, people will be more focused on Ethereum breaking above 1700, breaking into this level here, holding above 1800 and pushing to 21, 22, 23. That's what people are going to be thinking. That's what people are going to be focused on. Because look, we've just pretty much broken this. Hold on. Look. This area here, this is the down move that sent the market to new highs right here. So if we break above that now and we're starting to show bullish price action above it, who's going to go short? Nobody. But once we break below it and we hold below it, everybody's going to think, oh yeah, we've got a trend line here. We've got a clean trend line right here. Okay. You know, all we're going to be doing is something like this. That's what we're doing. But in reality, it won't be. In reality, what it will do is it will do something like this. And then from here, when everybody's getting bullish, that's when it will get sent lower. All right. Is that clear? Are we clear for Ethereum? Let me look at the comments. Mm-hmm. Hey, August. Good to see you, August. Thanks for joining the show. I do appreciate. Yeah, I know I wasn't expecting a stream today as well, but here we are. It was kind of a random sort of thing. I thought, you know what? Why not? Let's go live. I was going to sit at the charts anyway. I was going to sit here and I was going to look at some charts. And I thought, wait, hang on a second. Why don't I come live with the lovely people here in the NJ show? See who's free, see who's not. But it turned out all right. We've got some decent viewers. We've got some decent people here. We've got some good engagement. Keep the comments coming in. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. I don't know how this video is going to get to 100 likes, but if we can get there somehow, boy, that would be good, you know? And obviously, we're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. So if you don't mind, if you guys can help out, that would be really great, you know? Yep. All right, sushi. We can look at sushi, but we've got some other ones here as well. I think Solana. All right, let's look at Solana very quickly. Nope, that's the wrong Solana chart. There we go. So if I'm looking at Solana, what am I looking at for Solana here? Okay. Let's drag this range out, 2397, which is pretty much 58.5. Okay, 58.5. So let's drag this range out here, this high right here. There we go. With Solana, what are we seeing with Solana? We're seeing the exact same thing. the last time we were here for Solana, this green box, by the way, is where I think the bottom will be in for Solana. I think this is the bottom. This green box here is where I'd be looking to kind of go all in if the sort of opportunity presents itself. I don't think it will. I think it will take time for it to happen. Now, with Solana, we've got two key areas here that I'm looking at. All right, we've got the $50 level and we've got the $41 level. We are at around 37 right now, but it's too late to get on board unless you wait for a break of 41. Now, 41 has been horrible to us in the past. We've charted Solana here many times, all right? And every single time, 41 has been the level that just screws everybody. It just screws everyone, all right? Look at 41 here. Look at 41 there. That's where the trend line retest happened at 41 and it dumped. Look here. The first time Solana was in the bull market, 41. What happened here? It just dumped. We tried to get back to 41. It dumped. We got back here. Look how messy the price action was in order to break 41. And then we got sent off. All right. And even here as well, the first highs that we made, it all found support and resistance at 41. So 41 is that horrible, nasty level for Solana. So when it comes to $41, we have to be very careful. Look, the long play was at 32. Really, for me, the only way I could look to get back into Solana now would be if it got back lower. And I don't think I'd take it, to be honest, man. I'll be really honest with you. I don't think I'd take it. This was the down move that sent the market higher right here. Can you guys see it? So if I was to take Solana, I'd need something like this, man. There. That's the max I would play for Solana. I wouldn't go higher. Maybe we can go higher to 60, but I don't think so, man. And I don't think we're going to break this. I don't think we're going to fill this gap in. You're telling me Solana's going to do a 4x, 5x from here? No, I don't think so, man. Well, no, 3x. It's possible. It's possible, actually. Now that I'm repeating and now that I'm saying it out loud, it's actually possible, you know? But for me, 41, bro. If we break above 41 and we get from 41 to 49, this is a good trade. If we can capture this trade, that'll be a good trade. If we can capture this trade, that'll be a good trade. If we break above 41 and hold, that'll be good, man. That'll be really good. Solana will give me a lot of interest if that happens. But I'm not going to look at anything other than that. The only thing I would say is if Solana does tap this 41 level, breaks below, anything that it does below is unimportant. As soon as it gets back above 41, the question that you'd have to ask yourself is, well, hang on a second. If we've tapped this massive resistance at $41 and we've broken below, why are we going back above? Why are we pushing back towards it? Surely if it's resistance, it's resistance. Why are we pushing back towards 41? So that's what I'd think for Solana. What else have we got here? FTM. Lily wanted FTM. Let's do FTM. Okay, so for FTM, we have to start from the beginning. Okay, so for FTM, question number one, where is price trapped? Price is trapped. We can see a clean deviation there. I want to mark out, is it May again? It's May again. It's the exact same as TVK, but with this one, I think there was some bearish news against it. That's why it went lower. Okay, so that might make this easier for me to chat. Lily, you might have found something, bro. Hold on. You might have found a madness because we've already taken out May's low here for FTM. Let me just zoom in and see for myself because this could be a good trade. Liz, have a look at FTM if you don't mind, Liz, but in your own way, and let me know what you think because that looks kind of sexy to me. What's the if we've taken out May's low, right? If we're trapped within May's range, this is May's range here, range low, range high. If we've taken out May's low already, and we've taken out June's low as well, right? And now we're breaking back into May's range. Well, then Bob's your uncle, right? Hold on, bruh, 264%. That's a 2.7x. I like this. I really, really like this. Let's keep going. All right. So we've got May's range. Weekly is looking the same. We've got the same thing here. It's looking like a fat range. Hold on. No, that doesn't work for me. Hold on. It looks like we've got two ranges but one target. So for this one, we're going to have to play it different. We've got this key low here to here to here. That could be a shout. Nope. Nope. Yeah. This is how FTM is looking. Bear with me, guys, yeah? Bear with me. Because it's a little bit difficult to find this range here on the weekly. 1 second. Yeah, it's right. Look. That's the high, and that's the key swing low. Okay. All right. That's what we have to work with then. That's what we have to work with. So with FTM, we've got a very clean range here. This speaks for itself, man. This is looking good. I'm going to keep an eye on this. I think we're going to get another pullback on this. I think it's going to do this. I think it's going to do that. You know, and I don't think it's going to go below. Oopsie. I don't think it's going to go below this. I don't think it will go below that. So what we'll do is for FTM is we're already starting to break out now. So again, you know, we might not get the pullback, but this is the down move that sent the market higher. So that's what I'd be looking for FTM. I'm going to post this. I'm going to post this on Twitter. Hold on 1 second. There we go. There we go. Clear? Is FTM clear, everyone? While I post this, let me know. Sorry, Lily. I would love to give you a shout out, but I don't know what your Twitter is, love. Yeah, but that's it for me for FTM anyway. All right, FTM should be clear to you guys. What else have we got here? Let's see if we can squeeze in 2-3 more altcoins, and then we'll move on. All right, because there's some stuff I want to talk about with Elon Musk as well. It is important. Okay, so blah 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 blah. Well, we got a lot of comments that came in. Any coins that are yet to pump? Do you rotate between coins? Okay. 3 drives again. Okay, all right. So let's start from here. Okay, so with FTM, I'm sure you guys are clear. APT, I'll look at APT if I can in a moment. Intars, all right. Sushi, we'll look at sushi as well. But with sushi, SC is so clear on sushi. I really think you should just follow SC. Even with INJ, sushi is pretty clear to SC. We can look at sushi here as well, but I think I've done that a couple times now. Do you rotate? Yeah. So do I rotate between coins? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. In this particular instance, I'm very cautious. I'm extremely cautious because I've seen this bear market rally before. Alts are following suit, but I'm not marrying anything right now. Look, listen, if you've seen my bear market, if you've seen my market cycles review, you'll know where I think we are in the market right now. I think we are at the end of the bear market, and that's why we're getting a relief, but we still need to do accumulation. So really and truly, you know, when you see stuff like FTM, if I saw FTM tomorrow at 9 cents, you know, I'd be out of the market completely, man. And in terms of consolidating, that's for scalpers. You know, if you're scalping the market, then yeah, you can move quickly in and out. But, you know, in terms of the moves that we're having now, these are all swing trades. So you've just got to manage your risk accordingly in terms of the swing. Are there any coins that are yet to pump? Yeah, I mean, I think, look, FTM is one of them. FTM might take some time, but I think it will go. Same with TVK. Clear target here at 40 cents. And how much is that? If we do manage to get a buy here at 24, right? If we did, we'd be looking at around 70% there, bro. 65%, 66%. So FTM, I think, has the opportunity to go as well, you know? CHZ USD. All right, I've seen that a couple times. Let's do CHZ USDT. Oh, this thing looks like it's been sent already. Yeah, man, I wouldn't touch this. Yeah, I'm not touching this. I'm not touching this. Maybe it can go higher. Maybe it can go higher. Let's have a look. Let's see. Let's see. All right. On the monthly, we've got clear support and resistance here. All right. And this would probably be the range that would be working on. It would be this, right? We'd be looking for something here. Okay. Now, if we go to the weekly, what does that look like? That looks like this. Okay, cool. I suppose I shouldn't knock it. It's just not something I would take. I want to take something that hasn't moved yet and that's going to move, as opposed to something that's already printed quite some numbers. What's CHZ up from the last 3 weeks? It's up 71%. Okay, cool. In the last week alone, it is up 32%. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on, bear with. Anything else on the weekly that I could look at? Well, this was the up move that took the market lower, so we could mark out this high here as well. And then if we go into the daily, yeah, okay, look, all right, I'll be honest, it doesn't look as bad as I made it sound. It's just on the higher time frame, it looks horrible. Now, you've got to ask yourself a couple questions, right? When you're looking at CHZ, the first question is, what's your target? Now, the problem is we are already at TP1. If you took this trade, look here, right? You were supposed to have taken this trade here, right? Right here. That's where you would have taken this trade. And your TP1 would have been this high here. So we've already hit TP1. Okay. Now, if we're going to long it here, that means that our stop loss needs to be here. The entry of the previous trade doesn't make sense. The entry's far, man. Stop loss would have to be below here. 40% stop loss. Who wants to lose 40% of their account? You know, it doesn't make sense. Now, the other thing that we can do is we can create an invalidation, right? Market needs to give it to us. So if from here, if we can take out this high here, get back below, maybe show some sort of sign like this. If we get back below one more time, then we can have our stops here. We need our stops to be significantly closer. All right. So that's kind of what I'd be looking for CHZ. All right. We need to properly clear this 28 cent level. And when I say we need to clear it, I mean we need to clear it. All right. So even if we got something like this, like a massive FU candle, then I'd be looking for price to do something like that. Then we'd go. All right. I'm sure you guys have seen that pattern before. All right. Are we clear for CHZ? Right, I'm looking at all these comments. Algo, CAZ because of football. Yeah. I know that. I know that. This is a football token. I do appreciate that. But if the market starts tanking, bro, it's done. You know, if the market starts tanking, trust me. If Bitcoin starts going down, if ES starts going down, there is no narrative. There is no altcoin narrative. Underwater on IMX chart, if possible. All right, IMX. Let's have a look at IMX. I'm going to put a poll in the stream real quick. I know there's not really a lot of us here, but I'm going to put a poll in the stream because I'm getting the impression that no one wants to do news. I want to do news, innit? But like, I'm going to put a poll in. If you guys want to just stay on altcoins and we just chart for another hour, we can do that. But let me put a poll in because otherwise we need to talk about news. Otherwise, it's going to be streaming for like 5 hours. Hold on. Let's go to here. Go here. Go here. All right. So we've got a poll that's live in the chat now. You can vote on it. I'm not going to vote on it myself. The options are we can talk about altcoins for the next hour and we can just keep charting for the next hour, or we can do the news. All right. If we're not going to do the news, then I need to change everything on the stream. let me change everything on the stream. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see what you guys say. Poor Justin Murtaza went and did all of this stuff for us for this stream, and we're just doing altcoins now. GG NJ community, GG. Make sure you show some love to Murtaza in the In It for the Tech Telegram. The Telegram link is in the description below. It's the first link in the description. So make sure you are tuning into the Telegram. Now, IMX, right? Let's have a look at IMX. Okay. IMX. This does not look like this looks like a very KuCoin. It's got KuCoin. Nope. Do we have a place for IMX where it's been Poloniex? Nope. IMX USD Gate? Maybe Gate? No, still no. Do we have any sort of do we have anything that could give us an IMX chart but with more price action? Huobi? Okay, there we go. So it got listed on Huobi. All right, that's what must have happened. See, you've got the little dinosaur emoji here as well. Okay, so IMX, what are we looking for in terms of IMX? Now, it's difficult to say where price is trapped within because at the moment it looks to me like price is trapped within last month's range. Okay, so this is one of those trickier altcoins. God, times like this, we really wish we had SC on the stream as a guest, no? When he charts, it's something else, man. Hold on. There we go. All right. So this is where price is trapped within in terms of IMX. All right. And in terms of higher prices, well, we've got some serious resistance right here. It's a difficult chart to trade. Very, very difficult chart to trade. If we zoom in on the weekly, we've got some clearer sort of targets here. So if we drag this out here like this, we drag this out here like this, we drag this out here like this, and we drag this out here like this. Okay. And then if we maybe we can even mark out a range high right here. Yeah, okay, that's how we found our range. GG, we found our range. We found our range, okay? That was a little bit difficult. That was a little bit tricky, but at least we found the range, okay? At least we found the range. So let's just make sure that it lines up, okay? I just want to make sure that it... almost. Not quite there. All right, so look, we'll keep it simple like this. With IMX, right? I don't like the look of this chart. I really don't like the look of this chart. For me, we are printing lower highs. All right. So we've got a lower high here. We've got a lower high here. And we've got a lower high here. All right. We haven't really done anything for IMX for it to say, there's nothing that's giving me a clear signal like, yo, this is turning, or yo, this just broke market structure, or yo, this is breaking out of a range, or yo, this has done this, this has done this, has done that. Everything to me here looks like a continuous downtrend. All right. And the only target I can think of for here is here, right? The listing sort of thing. Now, if we sort of get to here, to this area here, which is the mid range, right? If we was to sort of push up into here, that would be TP1. I would not take this trade from here, but it is a 1-to-1 though. It is technically a 1-to-1. Look. What kind of stop loss is this, man? It's a one. It says 1.13, but it's a 1-to-1 trade. All right. So this is a 1-to-1 trade. If you was to take IMX here, I'm not taking this trade. I would not take this trade. All right. That's a 1-to-1. So you know that already, that the mid range here is where it's going to be. All right. This is the target that you're looking for short term. Okay. Short term. Now, at the same time, the beautiful thing about the resistance that we've got here at the mid range is we can see right here that this was the move that sent the market lower. Okay, so if we was to go to the mid range, if we was to start pushing up from right here and we got to the mid range like this, I'd be out. All right. If we broke above and did something like this, then we've broken this lower high trend, right? You see, we've got a lower high here. We've got a lower high here, retested the mid range, and we're continuously going down. If we was to break above these highs, then we know we've got some bullish narrative now. We've got the rest of the altcoins that are going mad. Some altcoins have done 2-3x. I need an altcoin now that's gonna, pump because it's lagging behind the others. Then we'd wait for a pullback into here, like that. Okay, and then you probably have your free drives there. Like that. That's what I'd be looking for IMX. I'm sorry I can't give you more detail than that, but it just doesn't look good, my friend. It doesn't look good. What else have we got here? Let's have a look at this poll. Let's have a look at this poll because we've got 27 votes in the poll. God, we've got nobody on YouTube today. We've got absolutely nobody on YouTube. Let's see over here what the poll is saying. All right, so 63% says talk about altcoins, and the rest say talk about news. All right, all right. We'll just do altcoins. Let me change up this stream. But that means on the next stream we're gonna have to talk about this Elon Musk stuff because it really is important. It really is important. So let's change this to Altcoin Rally. Let's chart altcoins. I'll remove all of this. Save this like this. And then we will change. Just bear with me, guys. Yeah, bear with me. We will put something like this. Just please bear with me if you don't mind. We're going to get back to it in just a moment. There we go. All right, cool. All right. So the stream has changed, okay? The stream has changed. I've changed everything on the stream. We are now only going to focus on altcoins. We're just going to focus on that. So I'll go back to charting altcoins with you guys now. We'll do a little Q&A as well to wrap up the stream in an hour or so. So that's IMX anyway. Are we clear? Yeah, we are clear. We are clear. We are clear. All right, what else have we got? What else do you guys want to chart? Okay, so I'm seeing here. Have I missed any? I don't want to miss any. Hey Jay, hi Justine. Hope you're well, love. Hope you're well. Do you know anything about Santos USD? All right, we'll do Santos for Justine. All right. Wow, this looks new. December 2021. So this launched in the bear market. It's never had a cycle. This is very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. So on the monthly, we're not going to really see anything on the monthly. This is a tough one, Jay. This is a tough one. I promise you, because look, if you look here, we've got areas that need to be filled in. This thing hasn't really had a cycle before. We've got an area here that we should probably look to fill in, right? Like that. Weekly like this. We can mark out weekly highs. We've got some clear highs here that we can mark out for TPs. So we can mark out this high here. We can mark out this high here. And ultimately, we can mark out this high here. Okay, so these look like the TPs. At the same time, could this give us a range? I don't know. Could this was the initial high that was made, so that's not the range high over there. It would be like this. Yeah, all right. I see it. I see you. I see you. You can't hide from NJ. You cannot hide from NJ, right? You cannot hide. There we go. All right. So let's talk about Santos USD. All right. So what have I done for Santos USD? So the first thing that I'm looking at here on the monthly is I've discovered that it is a new coin. Okay. It's a coin that was born, at least on Binance, in the bear market. This is when Binance listed it, right? In the bear market. The second thing that we need to look at is, well, if we're looking at this on the monthly time frame, we can see that there's a gap here that hasn't been filled. All right. We had a massive push up in August, right? That was part of our bear market rally that we had. And we've pushed back down and it looks like we're making lower highs now. However, we look like we've come right into support. Okay. Now, price initially wicked right off this. So this gap that we've got here doesn't necessarily need to be filled. And what we can do is, if we've got this candle right here, where is price trapped? That's the question that we always ask ourselves. Where's price trapped? Price is trapped here in September's range. So what I did was I took out a fib, and I was going to mark out September's high and September's low, right? And then I didn't do that. I said, well, hang on a second. September's high, we've never had a close above it. Okay, which means that September's high is a deviation of August's high. Does that make sense? Right? Now, if it's a deviation of August's high, then the range that we're looking for is not going to be August to August. It will be August to September's low. So what I did was I marked out August's high to September's low, right? And this is what we've got. Now, if we go into the weekly, we can see support and resistance. All right. We can see the range low here, right? We can see the mid range. Has it respected? Yes, it has. We can see range high. This is the initial high that was made. Deviation above, get back below, push down. And I'm sure we'll see clearer as we go into the lower time frames. So we go into the daily now. We're seeing the same thing. All right. We're seeing the same thing for the weekly, from the weekly to the daily. What I'm seeing here is we've got our accumulation, we've got our deviations right here. Okay, now price is broken above. Now, if I was to take this trade, which I wouldn't, yeah, I wouldn't take this, because for me, this purple box here, that's the only sort of buy zone that I'd be looking at over the course of the next week or two. If price was to come here, this area is an area that I'd say, okay, maybe. Okay, maybe. Now, if price doesn't want to do that, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. From where it is right now, if we was to go into the lower time frame, you could technically take this now with an invalidation here. And that would come in at 1.3R. Okay? I would not be looking past the mid range for this chart. I would not be looking past the mid range. All this liquidity that you see here, we'd have to cleanly break the mid range first. We'd have to cleanly break the mid range first. If we broke the mid range first and then we did a pullback, if we did something like this, right? Then we did something like this, then that would be clearer for me, because our invalidation would be cleaner, invalidation would be clearer, and we've got easy resistance right here. Look how easy this resistance is right here. Okay, it would be an easy trade, and it would be technically a bullish continuation. Okay, so that's me for Santos. Is that clear? Does that make sense to everybody? Does everybody want me to? Is there anything that you didn't understand from that? Clear? Are we clear? All right, cool, clear. We're clear. Okay, what else have we got here? APT. I'm sorry, Intars. I'm sorry. Let's do ATP. APT for Intars, all right? APT USDT. We're gonna, oh my god, Intars, what kind of chart is this, my friend? What have you done? Bro, I'm a storyteller trader. You've given me a chart where there's one monthly candle. Let's have a look. Where's APT trading? So we've got, oh, so we've got no, not APY, not APY Finance, APT USDT. So we've got Binance, we've got Qcoin, we've got FTX. Let's have a look at Qcoin. Nope. Did this thing just get listed? Guys, this is Aptos. Ah man, we can't look at Aptos. We can't look at Aptos. Where did Aptos get listed first? It got listed on Binance first, right? Aptos did get listed on Binance first. Look at this. This is horrible. This is horrible. I'll be honest with you, don't trade APT. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's not worth trading APT is because this can easily shank lower. This reminds me exactly of Wan Chain in 2017, in 2018. Look at Wan Chain in 2017, yeah? Hold on. 2019 Binance. That's weird. Binance, Bitfinex, maybe one USDT. All right, it's not showing us. That's deep. That's cheeky, because this chart This is a new chart of Wan Chain. The previous chart of Wan Chain, it went to $10 in the bear market, and then it ripped to low prices. In terms of APT, really and truly, only buy that if you're fundamentally bullish. Like if you're crazy fundamentally bullish, and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, I'm holding this for the long term, then that's you. But really and truly, all I can see for APT right now is this. I'll still share it, but it's not a good plan. It's not a good idea. So for APT, what I'm looking at here is this. All right, look at this. Can I refine that anymore? This looks shit as well. Can I refine that? Yeah. Okay, that looks like it. All right. So this is what I'm seeing for ATP, APT, right? And I don't like it. I'll mention it again. I really don't like it. So this consolidation that we have here on the left, right? This consolidation that I've marked out, this was the consolidation that sent the market lower. All right. Look how many times we tried to break below it. We tried here, we got back above and chopped. We tried here, got back above and chopped. We tried here and it got back above and almost tapped the range high. And we've left this little clean sort of area here. All right. So what I'd be looking for APT is if you was to take this trade now, which I wouldn't, you could with a stop loss here, you could targeting here. What is that? 1.17R? Doesn't look good to me, man. It doesn't look good to me. And even then, right? Your target would be here, and the next plan after that would be push up here, break, push here, and then do this to target this. This is as high as I think it can go right here. Okay, so I would be very, very careful looking at APT. It doesn't look good. It just looks like one of those forex charts that you have to trade like the 15-minute to get it right. You know what I'm saying? I don't usually like going down to the hourly. I've gone down to the hourly because we've had no choice, you know? So we'll move on. We'll move on from APT. It doesn't look good to me. Matic. We haven't spoken about Matic. Let's talk about Matic. Matic is on a tear. Matic is on a tear. This is the wrong Matic chart. Hold on. Because we've got a range for Matic. Oh shit. Right. If we look at Matic, yeah, we can see here that Matic has gone bonkers. Matic has gone crazy. Wow, wow, that looks mad. That actually looks mad, and we've properly it's turned out as well. This is a clear target for Matic right here, man. 174. I can't believe I'm saying that, but yeah, 174 is the clear target. If we bring our ranges back in, it says 163. It does say 163, but 54. Hold on, right here. Yeah. Whoopsie. It does say 163 here, but I reckon that the deviation itself will be at 174. I bet it swipes these highs here and then pushes down. All right. So with Matic, I'll be really honest with you. With Matic, it has left the building. All right. Even on the weekly time frame, it has left. Matic from the lows. If we look at the lows, how much has Matic pumped? Matic has pumped 315%. Now you've got to think about it logically, yeah. If you're going to be buying an altcoin, or if you're going to be trading an altcoin, then do you really want to be trading something that's like 300% up? Even I think there was another altcoin we were looking at earlier on, and it was up 70%, and I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure. So Matic being 315% up right now, it's just broken resistance. It swung failed this high here, and it's closing below. I wouldn't be looking to long Matic unless we got a lot lower, man. We need something. We need something in this area here. Whoopsie. If you want to stay safe and if you want to keep it clean, we'd need something in this area here. And if I go onto the daily, right, again, look at the daily. The daily is a quick, fast move into resistance. You know, where have you seen that before? Look at here. Look right here, guys. Yeah, look. You see, right here from mid range to range high, we got a quick, fast move, but then it completely retraced, you know, and it deviated below. So here, it's the same thing again. We've got this. We've got this move again. Now, if we close like this on the daily, if we close below resistance on the daily, if we close right below, look at this. Look here. If we close like this on the daily, then what I'd be looking for in terms of Matic would be this, unfortunately. Like this. Why am I saying that? Well, I'm saying that because you see, we've broken resistance and then we're closing back below it. You know, and not only are we closing back below it, but you see this area here. This is the up move that sent the market to new lows. This is the up move. This move right here is the move that sent the market to its absolute low. All right. Now we've broken above it. We closed above it on the daily, so everybody's bullish, which is great, which is fantastic. So why aren't we going higher then? Why are we now doing this on the daily where we're getting back below? If we get back below this level here, which is 117, 118, if we get back below, oh man, believe me, Crypto AM and Crypto Mac will be short in that. It will be like that. So I'm sorry if you're holding Matic and I've gone and burst your bubble. I don't mean to shit in your donut, but you know, I'm sorry. I hope you made money from it though. I hope you made money from it on the way up. That's just what it looks like to me. Look, listen, it's in the UK, it's Saturday, 6:12 p.m. You know? So maybe by the daily close, by the time the daily closes, it might close above here. If it closes above there, then all good, you know? But I don't like looking for longs when it's 400% up. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Listen, guys, I know you're all aspiring traders, right? I'm not the best trader in the world. You've got guys like XO and SC that completely destroy me when it comes to this. You know, even Dank is mad. He's new to his journey. He's still early in his journey, but if he puts in another 5 years, he'll be like SC, yeah, for sure. You know, look at this thin move that we've got here. I don't like it. Do you like it? I don't like it. It looks shit to me. Sorry. But if this was bull market, I'll love to long Matic with you guys if this was bull market, you know. The news that we get from Matic, mad. I used to trade Matic before it was even called Polygon. It used to be called Matic. Like the actual company name was called Matic. It wasn't just the symbol. But then they rebranded to Polygon, and obviously the chart itself, they didn't want to print a brand new chart, so they just kept it as Matic and they did the thing. What have we got next? What have we got next? We've got PYR. PYR. Should we do PYR next? PYR. Is that the only one that we've got in the stream? PYR. XRP. PYR. XRP. I think SC just posted about XRP, you know. I mean, we'll do it. We'll do it anyway. Of course we'll do it. But yeah, let's look at PYR. PYR, right? There's two ways to look at PYR. The first way to look at PYR is like this. Oh, this is a ray. The first way to look at PYR is this. Okay, where's price trapped? Price is trapped in this box right here. Can we all fairly agree that price is trapped in this box right here? Okay, it is. Now, any break above this box here, and really and truly, you've got two very, very key targets. Okay, number one, tentative target would be here. And your target two would be weekly, monthly, daily resistance, which is here. Now, one comes in at roughly around 680, and the other one comes in at $8 exactly on the dot. Okay, so that's from a sort of higher time frame perspective. That's how I'm looking at PYR. Now, if we look at PYR like this, right? Hold on. Where's my PYR ranges? Where's my PYR chart? Who jacked it? There we go. There we go. If we look at PYR like this, it begins to make a bit more sense to us, okay? Now, we've been charting PYR on this stream for weeks and weeks and weeks. Now, do you know where I bought PYR, bro? I bought PYR below this gray box here. I remember the reason I've got this marked out is because I told everyone, yeah, I filled, my PYR filled, and it's taken weeks just to get to where it is right now. Now, the $5 level is a very big level. It's a level that a lot of people underestimate. Okay, people think that it's going to just shank from 5 and go straight up, but have we got any confluence as to what $5 did in the past? All right, if we look here, this was the $5 level, and notice here, this was in a bull market, not bear market. Okay, $5. We came up here, rejected, came back again, rejected in the bull market, came back above, retested it. As soon as we retested it, right, that's when we started pushing up. Now, there's more to it. Sorry if you guys can hear fireworks in the background. It's bonfire night in the UK, and the fireworks are all going to start going off around these times. All right. Now, with the $5 level, notice how it acted as a magnet for price, not just in the bull market, but in the bear market too. When price came to these levels here, all right, where our range low is, every time it hit $3, it found its way back to 5 because 5 is the magnet for price. Every single time price does its thing, it always goes back to 5. Now, this is where it gets very, very tricky. I'm going to pose a question to all of you. You don't have to answer it, but just think about it logically. Forget that Bitcoin is going up. Forget that Ethereum is going up. Forget about partnerships. Forget about fundamentals for just a second. If 5 is the clear magnet for PYR, and we are at 5 right now, rallying from 3, what is the verdict? Is it bullish or is it bearish? Are we now in a buyer's territory or are we now in a seller's territory? It's tricky. It's tricky because we've seen that Matic is at resistance. We've seen that we're not comfortable longing Solana. We've seen FTM, but FTM hasn't moved yet. FTM needs time. We're looking for a play on FTM. We've seen TVK, which looks like it's starting to turn, but it hasn't turned yet. So it could take some time. Now, to me, if you put all of these altcoins together, it starts to look like we're looking at a potential pullback. Okay? Now, the pullback might not come. That's okay. However, we are in a seller's territory. And that's where the problem arises. We are in a seller's territory. Now, there are other things to look at in terms of this seller's territory. Number one, we know that $5 is a key resistance area. Now, we know that we'll buy. Everybody knows that they'll buy PYR if it goes to $4. Everybody knows that they will. I will buy PYR if it goes to $4. All right? Because the pullback will be done. I'll ride it back to 5. 25% done. Easy. Right? At the same time, if we was to break above these highs here, notice how we haven't got a close, yeah? Look at this $5 level. Where's my highlighter? Look, here, we didn't get a close. 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 And here, we haven't got a close yet. Okay? So, what are we thinking then? What we're thinking is, the market might look to break out here. Okay, no problem. Take it easy. And if the market is breaking out, then how am I going to get on board? Because if it breaks out, it's broken out, you idiot. So this here is the down move that pushed the market up. All right. Now, if we're going to break above now, then what I'd be looking for to get back above, what I'd be looking for is this. Okay, if we take a long here at $5, our stop loss has to be below this down move that took the market up. To the first target, it's going to be 1R. Oh, come on, man. F that. I don't want 1R from this. To the second target, it's 2R. I don't care about that. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Now, if we was to say go a little bit higher, say maybe 530, 540, okay? And we was to retest this purple box, do whatever it wants to do, okay? Whatever it wants to do, I don't care. Get back above $5 and start holding like this on the hourly time frame. There's your invalidation. There's your targets. boom, right into resistance. Are we clear for PYR? Do like and subscribe, by the way. How many subscribers are we away from 5,000 subscribers? We are 72 subscribers away from 5,000 subscribers. So if you haven't shared this video, if you haven't shared the content with anyone, if you yourself are watching and you haven't subscribed, please, by all means, subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the NJ show. Welcome to the NJ community. Anyway, are we clear for PYR? Are we clear? And do we have any other altcoins that we're going to look at? Why acceptance? Why acceptance on the hourly time frame? Acceptance on the hourly time frame, JMO, because of this. You see, if you look here on the daily, right? On the daily, I've done CHZ, brother. I've done CHZ. So rewind the video. If you rewind the video, you should be able to rewind it even though we're live. You'll be able to see I've done CHZ. We'll do Illuvium next. Let me just answer JMO's question here. So notice here, JMO, look, you see here, we got closes above the $5 level here. Okay? We got closes. And since we got these closes here, we shanked below, retested it, and sold off. Okay? Fair enough. Now, once we shanked below and closed off, everything that happened here was just chop, distribution, range bound, range low to range high, range low to range high. Some could argue accumulation. All right? Now, I'm saying that we need to start breaking above this $5 level. And it does look like we are going to do that. It does. I'm not saying it doesn't. But how do we get on board? You can't buy it. Look, say, for instance, you're not in PYR. I can't say, yeah, bruv, man's in PYR, you know. Hey, who's in PYR? You're in PYR. Jeez, you're in PYR, you know. Come on. I'm in PYR too. I bought at 3, but you bought at 5. I'm shilling my bags to you. I'm telling you, buy my bags at resistance so that we can break resistance. What I'd be looking for is I need this to hold. And in order for this to hold, what I want it to do is, I want to close above on the daily. We might not get that, and that's okay if we don't get that. So what I'll be looking for is to break market structure. I want it to crack these highs here. If we can crack these highs here, find support into this purple box here, the down move that pushed the market up, find support in this area. As soon as we get back above that $5 level, I know the low's in. Because we've attempted $5 so many times. If we're going to break down and sell off now, we're selling off into $3. We're not selling off into 4. We're selling off into 3. Okay? Because 3 is the range low. Look how many times we've tried to crack it. Therefore, 1 hour, even on the 15-minute, it's palpable. You can find confirmation. As long as we get below, we stay below for a little while, maybe at least a few candles, a few candles. Get back above and hold above. If we're holding above $5, then tell yourself the story. Say, well, look, this is what NJ said. We were at 5, we shanked below. We couldn't get back above 5. Every time we go back to 5, we go back to 3. Now we've gone back to 3 and we're back at 5 again for the 5th consecutive time. The rest of the market is rallying. Bitcoin is rallying. Ethereum is rallying. Dollar's looking weak. If we're going to break down to $3 on this, it has to be now or never. Now we start breaking down from $5 and we go into, I don't know, $4.50 or some bullshit like that. Okay. As soon as we get back above 5, you've got to ask yourself the question. Well, hang on a second. Everything's rallying. PYR is rallying. Everything is rallying. Now we're trying to crack this $5 resistance. Where's the next resistance? 6, 7, 8. Make sense? Make sense? Illuvium. What is the ticker for Illuvium? I never really traded Illuvium. Is it ILU? No, it's not. It's ILV, right? ILV. Yeah. ILV. Fudge. Look at this chart, bro. This chart looks finished. Oh my god, Illuvium looks finished, my bro. What chart pattern is this? Oh my god, that looks murked. All right, let's go. Let's chart Illuvium. All right, so where is it trapped? It's trapped here. It's Okay, bear with. Okay, so we've got clear resistance here. July's low. July's low is clear resistance. And support, bro. Support looks non-existent here, fam. Support looks like this low here. Now the problem with it, oh, actually, hold on. If we would that be a range high? Would this be a range high? This would be a range high. Yeah, all right, cool, got it. Sometimes it takes a little while to find your ranges, but once you can find your ranges, and that's not perfect actually. That's not very perfect. Maybe we can move this a little bit. Yeah, clean. Very clean, very clean. All right, weekly. Let's see. So on the weekly, what we're looking at here is, you see, these small bodied candle. Oh, actually, I'm starting to like this. I'm starting to like this. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. How does that look for the range for Illuvium? How does that look? Maybe we can just touch it a tiny bit lower, something like this. There. Perfect. Perfect. See, this is why it's nicer to chart on YouTube, man. If I was doing this by myself, this would be boring. I'd just be sitting there smoking like. It's not the same. It's more fun doing it with you guys. Make sure you're liking the video and subscribing, by the way. Bottom right hand corner. Help us get to 5,000 subscribers. All right. Would appreciate it. Now, what I'm seeing here with Illuvium is this. All right. We've got a very clear range to work with here. Right. Not only do we have a range to work with, but we've got, oh, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Oh, we are starting to get pullbacks across the board. Interesting. We are starting to get pullbacks across the board. Not really. No, not really. Not really. We're not. Okay, right. I digress. Let's move back to Illuvium and let's just talk about Illuvium. All right. So with Illuvium, one thing I've noticed, right, is if we go back onto the monthly now that we've got our range, yeah, is you see, um, October. October took out the monthly low of September. All right. We swiped the low for September, but we haven't taken September's high yet. Now, the way that it works, right, in trading is you go for the stops. Wherever the stops are resting, that's where price tends to try and gravitate towards. But trying to ascertain where the stops rest, that's not easy to do. Okay. Now, in terms of this in particular, if we've taken out September's low and we are in a range bound environment, then the natural magnet, if the market is pushing, would be September's high. All right. Now, from here, that's a juicy little 30% right there. I like that. I really like it. I really like it. I don't think I'm going to take it, but I like it. I certainly like it. Now, at the same time, we are at resistance. Okay. Where is the resistance that I'm talking about? Now, remember earlier on in this episode, right? I explained to you that I like to take this big range from the monthly, from the weekly, to try and see what the direction of price is. And then once I've got that range, each each segment of these ranges, they're ranges as well. Okay? I'll show you. Look. No, that's not it. Hold on here. I'll show you. Look. You see here? You see? And look how support and resistance. Look how the mid-range lines up with the second extension, right? With a number two extension. Look how the mid-range lines up. Look how the mid-range here between the 25% and the range low, look how it lines up perfectly. Yeah, we'll do FIL USD next, no worries. All right? Look how it lines up perfectly. So we are at resistance technically. Now, what I would do is I'd mark it out like this, okay? This is how I'd mark it out. I'd mark it out from here. Like this, okay? Then we start going into the deeper time frames, the lower time. This is the daily time frame, okay? Now, this is how I would trade Illuvium, all right? Either we get a pullback into here, gap fill, all right? Once we break above here, there's target 1, break above here, and there's target 2. Okay, hold on. Whoopsie daisy. Like that. That's how I would trade Illuvium. And notice as well, notice how I found a range within a range, and now I found another range within a range of a range. Okay? So you see this third range that I found there? That's a range within a range of a range. You'll get it when you get it. But anyway, that's how I would trade Illuvium. Any acceptance above 60, bruv, I can't even see, man. What is this, man? Hold on. Any acceptance above 69.3. So if we see price hovering at around 70, get a few closes above it, like on the 15 minute, on the 30 minute, get a few closes above it. Maybe we can ride it all the way until 87. From 87, that's very clear resistance, okay? Very clear resistance. From 87, we can ride it up to roughly around 104. That's a nice move. That's a nice move. Are we clear on ILV? Are we clear on Illuvium? You know, by the way, guys and girls, you can argue back with me, if I chart something and you don't like it, if you're seeing something else and you don't agree, you could tell me, you could tell me. We're going to move on in just a second. Are we clear? Cool, we're clear. Rightio. So we'll move on now. We'll move on to FIL USDs next. Yeah, I promised I said FIL USDT. What I like about FIL is I've got a range for FIL as well, but has that range been invalidated? That's the question. I don't think it would be. Nope. There we go. Yeah, it has been. This range has been invalidated. I don't like it, guys. It looks shit. It looks shit. It doesn't look good. Don't touch FIL unless FIL can break above $7 and hold. Unless we can get something in this area here. So you see, look, I'll show you very quickly. We don't need to spend much time on this. Like that. It has to break and hold above 7. If it doesn't break and hold above 7, it's there's no point. There's no point. Now I think it can do that. I think it can. Until then, it's at resistance. Rah, Liz, you got this at private, yeah? Is that you, yeah? You private soul guy. Liz is connected in the space, boy. Liz knows people, G. Liz is one of them OG people that knows how to move around in crypto. Liz knows. Liz bought Phil here. This was Liz's entry for Phil. You know, we can look at LRC, but I think we'll do SNX. So we got Atom. We'll do Atom. Then we'll do XRP. We do XRP. But you know what? For XRP, yeah. Look, I'm not gonna cap it. I don't wanna chat shit to you guys. Hold on a second. I swear SC just posted it, so I might as well just share SC's chart. Hold on. Just bear with me, yeah. Bear with me. Yeah, look. SC shared. Well, this is pretty much what I'm not gonna take that from SC. SC smashed it. Hold on. SC tweeted this 34 minutes ago. All right. And credit given where credit is due. Might as well. He's the best in the space by a distance. He's the best in the space. So we'll refuse this. There's your XRP chart. Thank you to Trader SC for providing the XRP chart. There's your XRP chart. Do you understand? Are we clear? Thanks for SC. Shared on my stream. Thanks. Shared this on the stream. Shared this on the stream. Save G. Put a little heart emoji there because love my bro. Shared this on the stream. Save G. Cool. Are we clear for XRP? Because that's literally what the plan is. It doesn't make more sense than that. These levels that he's marked out, they're from the higher time frame as well. They're not from the lower time frame. Just that bottom level is from the lower time frame, but these levels above are the higher time frames. And um these highs above here, they're clean highs. So in environments like this, that's where you'll expect clean highs to get taken. As in engine. Have I ever charted Eng on this? I think I have. I think I've got a macro range for this as well. Hold on. Okay. Well, I'll look at it. I'll look at it, but I think Atom is next. I think we need to do Atom next. Atom is the one that was requested before this. Oh, goodness gracious. Look at this. I've taken a few trades on Atom in the past. You know who smashes Atom non-stop? Crypto Mac. Look. This is where we were for Atom previously. Look. Here comes a bit of clout for NJ. Here comes a bit of clout. This is where we were for Atom. Lower high, and here's the high. The target for Atom is $17. You know, the target for Atom is 17. If we can get a pullback into 14.50, yeah, I'd consider it. But the stop loss for Atom, you've got to remember that the stop loss for Atom is going to be here. That's the stop loss for Atom. So we're going to have to wait until it comes back down to around the 1450s area. Oopsie daisy. We're going to have to wait for it to come back down, maybe something like this. And then we can push up to 17. All right. But 17 is the target for Atom. Ultimately 20. All right. Why 20? You can see here from the weekly. All right. Ultimately 20. So if we took out this high here for Atom, just like I explained on ETH, you know, when we're building a massive short, you swing fail this, price comes all the way up, it does this, only to break back down, and then the big short comes. All right. So if we zoom out, what does that look like? You see? Does that make sense to you guys? Right into resistance, swings, and comes down. Make sense? Okay. Clear? SNX is the next one. SNX. USD Thai. SNX USD Thai. What have I got here? What is young NJ doing here? Young NJ, why were you looking at SNX here? Did I trade this? I didn't trade. I don't remember trading this, but I've got a plan marked out right here for it and all. This was before. This was in the August bear market rally that we had. I think we're going to need to start again, to be honest. We're going to need to start again. I don't know what young NJ was doing. Okay. So, with SNX, right? Where is price trapped within? Let's have a quick look at SNX just to try and gauge what we can sort of identify from it. So the first thing is, let me have a look at this low here. All right, let me look at this low. That is the all-time low, the previous all-time low for SNX. Okay, on the monthly, on the weekly, we'll take this high here. We've got very clear resistance right here on the weekly. There we go. That's what we'd be looking at. This would fall in as the mid-range, I imagine. Let me drag this a little bit more. And let me just have a look at what this looks like as well. Hold on, bear with. Yeah, this makes more sense. There we go. So what I've done is I've taken the high of this candle here. So 4199. There we go. And I've taken the low of this candle here, which comes in at 2384. Yeah, 2384. Perfect. All right. So there we go. we've got our range now for SNX. Okay, the listing candle is the candle that price is trapped within. All right, we've got the deviation here. It got sent when SNX was breaking down. When SNX was breaking down, we can see here that it found good support from this area right here. And lo and behold, it found resistance too. Now, when it initially broke down, once it found support here, this became the up move that sent the market to all-time low. So this is the all-time low now for SNX. So this is fair. It's very fair to say that we've got the range here for SNX, all right? Now, if we go into the weekly, it looks better than TVK does. It looks way better than TVK does. This is what I would expect TVK to look like a couple of days, I imagine. All right. Now, if we draw out a fib, hold on, from here to here, pretty clear. It's pretty clear what we're looking for. Anything in this area here is a buy. Anything in that area here is a buy. At the same time, let me just drag this a little bit closer. Hold on, bear with. It's a bit smaller. Go to the daily. There we go. Can you guys see why I've done that? Can you guys see where price is trapped between this area here and this area here, and how price is range bound inside of this area? So what I'm looking at is anything back into this now is confirmation for me. This looks really good. This looks really, really good. Anything back in this area here, I'd expect something like that. Okay. We'd find some very, very, very key resistance here at 375. But it looks good, man. It looks really good. See if we can get a buy in the 240s. Okay. If we can get a buy into the 240s, I think that's clean. No, hold on, hold on, hold on. The mid-range. The mid-range is where we'd get that big, 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 big resistance. So if we do, in fact, I can even... There we go. This looks really good. To me, this looks really, really, really good. So, you know, yeah. Okay, I'm going to tweet this as well. SNX. There we go. SNX. Cool. What are you saying? So what are we doing next? Hey, we're 2 hours in now, you know. This is mad. I think I need to go. I think I should go do something else. This is mad. I just had the charts for 2 hours. But I've only done 2 hours today, which is not really enough, is it? Doge. Should we have a look at Doge? Thing is, Doge seems rinsed to me, you know. We were going to talk about Doge today with the news, but you lot wanted to do freaking alts. So, all right. So I said a couple of days ago, I think it was last Tuesday, I said that if Doge got back to 12 cents, I'd be interested in buying. I haven't bought. Okay, I haven't bought. The reason I'm not saying I haven't bought because I don't want to, but I'm just saying I just didn't keep up with it. You know, FIFA, COD, you know how it is. So here is what I'm looking for with Doge. Literally, that's literally what I'm looking for with Doge. All right. I can't make it any more clearer than that. That's exactly my chart. This is my TP as well. TP would come in at around 18 cents. All right. I'm looking for something like this. Yeah. That's literally what I'm looking for with Doge. Okay. I don't know how long it would take to pan out, but yeah. Are we clear for Doge? Yeah. I know we looked at SNX. I know we looked at it, but it looks good now though. SNX looks really good now. For me to tweet about it, it must be, it looks good. I think this would be a nice pullback. I think I'm gonna take interest in this myself. Are they going though? Are they doing much on? Are they doing much? Hold on. Um. Oh, still 70. They're still 70 on the. They're still in the top 100. Synthetics. That's. So let's have a look at this. Are synthetics actually doing anything? So direct integrations are live today. Direct integrations allow governance to establish a unique environment for integrators. Okay, so if you're holding the token, you can make votes. Before that, it was the 4th of November. So the 3rd of November, 4th of November, 3rd of November. It doesn't even let me go. Okay, yeah, I suppose they're still very active. They're still in the top 100. It could be a shout. SNX is a real shout. For real, it's a shout. For Doge, like I said, this is what I'm looking at for Doge. It could go from here. I don't think it will. I don't think it will. I think it will do something like this. Look, price is trapped, right? Price is trapped. Here we go. Look, right here. See? You see? Does that make sense? So what I'd be looking for is, you see, we created a range here. Now this could be called a bullish flag. It could be called bullish consolidation or accumulation, whatever you want to call it. But look, we've created a range here. We've got a range high which we can't close above. That's the breakout play. All right. So the breakout play is once it holds above 14.6, anything here, push up right into 18. Okay. But all I'm saying is I just want to buy the range low. All right. So like that. That's all I'm saying. Make sense? I'm gonna probably tweet this in a bit as well. Are we clear? The chat's gone dead. I think I'm going to shoot as well, everyone. It was a fun stream. I thought I'd just come live for you guys, just to have some fun, just do some charts, etc., etc., etc. It was good. It was good. If you enjoy the content, please make sure you are checking the links in the description below. All right. Sponsored by Binance, as you can see above. Twitter links in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, TraderNJ1. Make sure you're checking out the Telegram channel. In it for the Tech Telegram channel. It's for free. I engage with everybody on there as well. So does Murtaza. We'll be live again, maybe Monday, Tuesday, maybe Tuesday. I'm not 100% sure about Monday yet. All right. Take care, everyone. Make sure you are smashing up the likes. Even if you're watching this recorded, smash the like, hit the subscribe button, bottom right hand corner. It goes a long way. We're so close to 5,000 subscribers. So share it with whoever you know. Support in whatever way you can. All right. I know you guys all support anyway. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. And I'll see you guys next week. All right. For another episode of the NJ Show. Cheers, everyone. Bye.